What if there was just one thing that would 4x your SaaS? But guess what? We're not just talking about getting more customers. We're going to learn the reasons and psychology behind why these things work. So no matter how different your SaaS is, doing this might not just 4x, but 10x, 50x, a million. 999x sounds more realistic. So in this video, I'm going to show you that one thing that will change your SaaS completely, how to fix it and get super reliable results, and how this one mistake could actually destroy your business. So what is this one thing that makes SaaS companies slow down? Well, let's take this basket for example. This basket is your SaaS, and all of this trash is garbage holding your SaaS back. The less empty the basket, the faster your SaaS will grow. And each piece of trash is a problem. Some are bigger than others. Now, ideally, our goal is to get this basket completely empty, but you only have so many resources. So what do we do? Well, let's say that getting rid of these problems takes the same effort. We want to get rid of the biggest thing first. This is leverage. You put your effort where it will make the biggest difference, because focusing your effort on removing small problems won't get you big results. If you spend all of your time on these small things, you're actually losing money, because every moment not spent on removing the big obstacles is causing your SaaS to stay still. But how do we find out what needs our attention? Well, there are actually only 4 main things you need to focus on, and it works like this. Let's say we have a pipe. Our goal is to get water flowing to the end, which means your SaaS will grow. But to do that, we need to close these 4 valves. The first valve is what I call attraction. This is getting people to see your stuff. The next valve is getting people to buy that stuff. I call this one conversion. So this first pipe is called the front end of your business. Your goal is to make your marketing better. Our next valve is onboarding. This is where you guide people to use your software. The last valve is retention, which, as you might guess, helps people stay. This last pipe is the back end of your business. Your goal is to improve your business model. To illustrate this, here's an example of an ad campaign to show you just how powerful this is. But this applies to any way you market. Let's say 60,000 people see your ad. 1% or 600 of those people click to go to your page. Of those 600, only 20% sign up for a free trial. So 120 people go through your trial and about 30 people buy your paid plan. So that's a 25% conversion rate. And let's say they each bought a $40 a month plan. Your initial revenue is $1,200. Now let's only change one number. Let's say you improved your onboarding and you increase that conversion rate by a whopping extra 5%. 36 people bought. Your initial revenue is $1,440. That's a 1.2x increase. But let's say we don't change the purchase conversion rate and instead increase the click-through rate by only 3%. Let's say you improve the message and target of the ad. Well, that means your initial revenue is $4,800. That's a 4x increase. So you see how finding our main problem is so important. It could take the same effort to onboard users to improving the message of your ad, yet one had a greater impact than the other. And the time you spend not fixing the main problem, the more money you're losing. Now, there is a limit to how much you can increase the click-through rate, for example. So it's not always the smallest number that you need to increase. You have to look at all parts of your business. Now, once you find and fix the biggest problem, move on to the next one. And you keep going and doing this until you've fixed all major problems. But there's one big mistake you can make, and doing this wrong could really destroy your business and make everything you just learned worthless. It works like this. Let's go back to the idea of trash in a basket, but this time with rocks instead. Usually we can see which rock is the biggest and then remove it, and each rock has a different weight. But what if they were all the same size? You couldn't tell which rock is the heaviest problem. That's why you need to keep track of your data. If you don't, even if you did remove the heaviest rock, you wouldn't know why, or if it was the best thing to do. It's surprising, but so many founders don't keep track of their data. That's why everything we just talked about won't matter if you can't find the biggest problem to remove. If you want to close these valves, you have to know which one is causing a leak. You've learned the main ideas on how to find your main problem by looking at the numbers. But there's actually one more problem. How do you attract more people, get them to buy, onboard, and retain? Well, good news is There's a formula that you can use to completely increase the growth of your SaaS. You can learn it by getting my free guide from the link in the description. It will help you find your biggest problem and give you ways to solve it. I go into specific detail on how to get more customers and keep them. I spent hundreds of hours learning and doing this stuff. So click the link below and sign up with your best email, and I'll send it over for free.